Hi everyone, hope you're all well. So as you'll have seen on the title of today's vlog, I've been on the radio, so I wanted to make a little vlog to play you the interview and have a bit of a natter about what happened and how it went. So I've made no secret of the fact that I've got an eating disorder and I've had it for a number of years now. In these past couple of years especially, I've been a lot more open about it and I do a lot of posts on social media. I've been in the newspapers, on the news, radio, vlogs, writing, you name it. I do as much as I can to try and get the message out there that eating disorders don't discriminate and they can happen to anyone, and just to hopefully help someone else who's going through the same thing. So a couple of years ago, a local radio station got in touch with me, having seen some of the posts that I was doing, and asked if I'd be willing to do an interview over the phone. So of course I said yes, because I never pass on an opportunity to raise awareness. So I did the interview and they were really happy with what I did. So then basically over the course of the last couple of years, they've asked me a number of times to do more interviews, which of course I've done. And then yesterday I got a random phone call from them, again asking if I'd do an in-person interview. So I said yes, and they came to my house, and I thought it was just going to be an audio recording, but I actually ended up in front of a camera with a microphone in hand. To be fair, I should be used to being in front of the camera with all the vlogs that I do, but I did find it a little bit nerve-wracking, and I was sat there. I always get really nervous for things like that, and I was thinking to myself, what if I mess it up? What if I stumble with my words? What if I don't know what to say? And I was starting to get a bit nervous, and I just thought to myself, you know what, Jess, for once have some faith in yourself. Be confident, you can do it. And I feel like I didn't actually come across as nervous, even though I was, so I was quite happy with how it went. So I wanted to share the footage with you now of the filming that was recorded, and also the audio which was played on the radio as well. So I hope that it'll help someone who's watching to feel less alone and hopefully give them the courage to speak out if they are struggling. I feel like everyone else, my closest family, realised before me, because in eating disorder you are in denial at the beginning, and in all honesty I didn't really think that I had much of a problem, so I just thought it was my new life and the way that things were going to be. It's only a few months down the line that I actually started to accept and acknowledge that I did need some help and I did have a problem. It definitely has changed me, but I feel like it shaped me in a way that I can now use my voice for good, because there'll be people out there who are maybe at the start of the journey afraid to speak out, and I'm at a place now where I'm comfortable with people knowing that I've got an eating disorder, and I want to raise as much awareness as I possibly can so no one else gets to the point that I did, and that's why early intervention for an eating disorder is key.
And here, living in Wotherpondern, what did you find the treatment options were like? Did you feel like it was a bit of a postcode lottery in terms of the area you're in and what's available?
Yeah, I feel like as much as I tried to get help, nobody really fully understood what I was going through, and there wasn't any specific treatment options available. So I obviously suffered for years and had fantastic support from a lot of people, but nobody really understood until I reached out to Seed, so they've been a lifesaver for me over the last 2 years. I understand what you're going through and I know how difficult it is, the thoughts that it makes you have and how it makes you feel. However, please don't try and cope with it on your own. Tell someone, whether it be a friend, family member, anyone that you feel comfortable telling, because that is the only way that you can ever really be free of it and things can get better. Eating disorders thrive on isolation, and of course everyone's been stuck indoors away from family and friends, so obviously now going back into the big wide world again, it is a scary prospect for anyone with an eating disorder, because you do want to keep it to yourself. I have ups and downs and good days and bad days, and I suppose it depends what else is happening in life, because stress is a big factor that can make the eating disorder voice louder again. But right now I feel like things are really positive. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this vlog. It really means a lot to me. I obviously understand what it feels like to go through an eating disorder, and I've been to hell and back several times over the last few years, so I obviously don't want that to happen to anyone else, but sadly right now more people than ever are struggling, so we need all the awareness and understanding and support and empathy we can get. So thank you so much for watching the vlog, and I hope that it's helped you all in some way. I also wanted to say a big thank you to everyone at Hallam FM for always trusting me with this really important topic and asking me to do these interviews. It means so much that I can raise awareness of eating disorders because it's something that I'm so passionate about, so thank you so much. I also want to say a big thank you to Chris, the journalist, who interviewed me yesterday, because it's obviously a really difficult topic and he approached it with kindness and care and understanding and in a very sensitive way, so thank you for that. And lastly, I couldn't do this vlog without saying another big thank you to every single person at Seed. You know by now that you all mean the world to me and you've got a special place in my heart forever. The support that you've given me over the last 2 years is just, I can't even put it into words, and I feel like I've said thank you a million times. We speak most days and I say thank you every single time, but thank you doesn't even come close to how grateful I am for everything that you've done for me. So I feel like you've given me the voice and the courage and the confidence to be able to speak out in the way that I do, and I really hope that me doing so will help someone who's going through it right now to hopefully feel less alone, and I hope and pray to reach out for support, because if anyone's watching this right now who is struggling, please know that it can get better, and with the right support it will get better, so please just stay strong and you've got this. Thanks everyone for watching, I really appreciate it. And yeah, a big thank you to everyone. Take care, all the best, and I'll see you on the next vlog.